I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 9. Let's focus on verses 1 and 2. Nevertheless, the gloom of the distressed land will not be like that of the former times when he humbled the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali. But in the future he will bring honor to the way of the sea, to the land east of the Jordan, and to the Galilee of the nations. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. A light has dawned on those living in the land of darkness. You have enlarged the nation and increased its joy. The people have rejoiced before you as they rejoice at the harvest time and as they rejoice when dividing spoils. So light shines through Isaiah's words in several ways. Number one, it shines through the people of God. Isaiah refers to the people and the nation, and then he means the people of God, that is the remnant of believers from within Judah. Though the Lord will shame them through Assyrian oppression because of their sin, he will not forsake Judah entirely. He will gather them again, and through them he will bring to pass his promise. You know, the light also shone through Jesus. When Jesus was forced to move from Nazareth to Capernaum in the region of Naphtali and Zebulun, Matthew says that this was the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecy. Now, the point of Matthew's quotation was to indicate that people who had been living in darkness now had the light of God's Son in their midst. Galilee of the Gentiles, which was despised by the Jews for so long, was earmarked for evangelism by the Messiah. You know, the light also shone through the miracles of God. The impossible is possible with God, and Isaiah knew his Bible. He remembered that in the time of the judges, God had whittled down Gideon's army from 32,000 to 10,000 and finally to 300 before sending them to battle against the Midianites. God was determined to demonstrate the principle that deliverance is neither by might nor by power of humans, but by His Spirit. A surprise attack on the Midianite camp was enough to send them packing. And this was a message that Isaiah takes up again and again. Three pictures are brought together in verse 4 to remind Judah that Assyria's oppression is nothing new. They had also been this way in Egypt 700 years earlier. Here, Judah is compared to an ox. Poor Judah, forced to be a beast of burden. But things can change. The zeal of the Lord Almighty can change things if Judah would only listen and obey the word of the Lord. And finally, the light of God that Isaiah is speaking of shone by putting an end to warfare. Assyrian men are seen lying dead from battle with blood-stained clothes. Everywhere there is the stench of battle. The enemy has been totally destroyed and disarmed. The refuse of war is burnt, and there is peace. It reminds us of the end of the Revelation. And what was the cause of all of this? It was the birth of a child to the royal house of David. You see, the world promises light, and yet it can only deliver darkness. The world is our Assyria. The child, Jesus, however, brings peace and light through the promise of hope from God's Word. Personal peace is the first fruit of our justification, and corporate peace is the final fruit of our justifier, Jesus. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is just tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.